Today, we're going to talk about how Charter Arms fixed my side issue. Stick around. Okay, so I made a video with this Charter Arms 2000 era Undercover 38 Special. I made this video about 2 years ago, and I really like this gun. The only issue I had, and I put it in the video at the time, was that the hammer blocked the sights. So if I'm looking down the sights here, if I'm shooting a double action, I can't see the sights. You know, single action, it worked fine. And I've already shown you, but you know, it is empty. So some of the comments, you know, kind of reaffirmed what I said about the Charter 2000 era guns, you know, but there was one comment in particular that made me pause, and that was one that said that the hammer could be the issue itself. And so, you know, at the time, you know, I thought, hey, it's a Charter 2000. There's no way they're going to be able to help me with that. Until I saw one of Charter Arms' factory tour videos a few weeks ago, and in it, they said if your gun has Shelton, Connecticut on the barrel, they can work with it, or they can work on it. They even said, you know, anything with Shelton on the barrel has a lifetime warranty. So I sent an email, and I sent them some pictures and all of that, and they asked for pictures specifically of the side view of the hammer. And the customer service representative, Eric, shout out to you, Eric. He's also sort of the main driving force in that video that they posted with the factory tour. He said he showed the photos to the president, Nick Ecker, and their production manager, and they both agreed that this gun had the wrong hammer on it. That the hammer that is on this Undercover was actually for a 44 Special. And so they offered, you know, for me to send the gun in and for them to swap it out, or that I could just buy a hammer and swap it out myself. And I decided to do that. So in the mail, a few days later, came this hammer. This is exactly how I received it. Had, you know, the invoice here, and then this little spurred hammer. Now, it's important to point out that they do not sell these on their website. They sell the spurless hammer if you want to make your gun into double action only, but they do not sell the ones with the hammer spurs on them. So called them up, got that shipped over to me, and now we're going to swap them out. So, gonna clear my space here. The really cool thing about a Charter Arms revolver is the ease with which you can swap out these parts. Now, I've got my Ruger SP101 here. Now, this one is loaded, so I'm not going to be doing anything fancy with it. But this gun is very, very easy to take apart as well. All you got to do is pop off the grips and, you know, capture the hammer spring, and then everything else kind of falls out of the bottom, similar to a Charter Arms, but, you know, still very different. With the Charter Arms, all you need to swap out the hammer is a gunsmithing screwdriver. Now, I do specifically use the gunsmithing screwdrivers, and just in case you don't know, I mean, they use a softer metal that is less likely to scratch up your guns. So I, you know, find that pretty important. So we're going to pop off these grips, and we're going to swap out this hammer really quick. Now, there are videos online that detail, you know, stripping down the Charter Arms revolvers completely. We're not going to do that. We're only interested in getting the hammer off. And so we've got to take out our cylinder and crane and take out the hammer to do that. So we're going to capture this spring, and I just use this little thumbtack needle. Really, anything small enough to fit right in this hole here will work. But this needle is just also short enough to where, you know, I'm not accidentally gonna poke my hand with anything. So we're gonna, again, stick it in that hole, release our pressure, and spring comes right out. Okay, next, we're gonna take out our cylinder. Oh, this is a lot easier to do when I'm not having to worry about getting it on camera. So if I slip up, we'll just blame it on that. Okay, got that out. Now our cylinder and crane just all come out too. And now we've got one more screw right here, and it is on sort of that pivot point for the hammer. So, sorry you guys just get wonderful shots of my hand right now. Now this screw can be a little finicky to get out. So what I do too is I just use this 3/32 punch, and you just go in from the other side, give it a little pop, and then this little bolt here will come out. So that allows us to remove this hammer, and we'll just do a quick size comparison between the two. I really should mark these, but I don't plan on putting the old one back in. So they look nearly identical from the outside, right? And that's what's so wild, is that from those pictures, they were able to tell that I had the wrong hammer. But this is with the 38 hammer sitting up front. You can just see that 44 hammer in the background. Same sort of deal right here. It's just big enough to make a difference, right? Okay, now set that over there, and we're going to put it back together. So getting the hammer lined up could be a little tricky because you do have to watch out for this hole right here. I had a little bit of trouble whenever I took this gun apart to polish it, getting the hammers to line back up. But you can sort of tell when it's right in that sweet spot. So that should work right here. And now we're going to put our screw back in. Now I am left-handed, so I do have to swap. I know, being wrong-handed and all. All right, let's get this screwed back down. Okay, so that's got our hammer back in place. We can see, you know, it's definitely not yet ready, and I think I've got to redo it. See, this is what happened the other time. You really need to make sure the hammer's where it's supposed to be. So let's take this out and try again. Okay, we want it up here. Pull this back just a little. All right, should be able to work with it there. Should be and could aren't always the same thing. Let's see. All right, that should do it right here. There it goes, right in. Okay. I had to wiggle the trigger just a little bit to get it to do that, but we should be good now. Okay, so that's got us back to where we want there. Now we can put our crane and cylinder assembly back in. This one is much easier to get. All right, got that nice and snug. Now we can close this back. Last step is to put our spring back. So this thumbtack is nice because it's got this part here, this sort of ball at the tip that I can just grab onto. But you got to line up this piece here with the little pocket it goes to on our hammer assembly. That should get us, let's see. Let's try that out. Get back. Nope, not quite. There we go. Pull this, and good to go. So, oh no. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you knew exactly what just happened. you know, you're supposed to capture the spring, and I kind of got ahead of myself and this piece went flying, so had to go find it. All right, now, as I was saying, we've got to get this part here put into that little divot that's back there, and then that will allow us take just a little pressure off. There we go. Okay, so we're going to pop the grips back on here, but you can already see, hey, I can look down my sights now. Isn't that nice? All right, let's get these back on. And I told Eric at Charter Arms that I would be giving them a shout out, and I cannot really put into words how helpful they were throughout this, because we did have a few emails back and forth. They wanted to see the hammer from a certain angle. Then we kept up correspondence and all this stuff, and I just absolutely love that company. I mean, it's a small, small business as far as firearm manufacturers are. Again, empty, but just a function test here. Yep, it works. And double action, it works. All right, so the next time you'll be seeing this gun is when we test fire it out at the farm to make sure that this hammer still, has what it takes to set off these rounds. I have no doubt that it will, but before I carry this, for self-defense, I do have to make sure that this is going to work. But that's all for today. Again, big ups to Charter Arms. They were super awesome in helping me out here. If you have a Undercover or Bulldog or anything that has Shelton, Connecticut still on there, just know that they do have a lifetime warranty. You can send this in for warranty work if it, if something were to break or anything like that. I'm just very, very happy that this was an easy fix, something that I could just do at the house. And what do you guys think? What should I do with this hammer? I'm thinking we could bob it, maybe. I know I'll have to kind of shave down a little bit right here, but I think we could bob this hammer and we could have a double action only version of this gun. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have not already, please do subscribe. And thanks everybody for stopping by.